Okay, so there's a Pi Pico on there, but I have wired it with some really ugly soldering, micro soldering, directly into the test pads and the V bus, so I can power it from a lead, because I hated having the connection coming out here. It was totally impractical. I've added a rotary encoder on top. Let me do a full cycle. Okay. So it starts locked like this, and as you scroll through, you get different configurations. And I'm looking for a particular glyph. When I see it, I press the button and it's now unlocked. In its first mode, you've got the macropad keys as per my previous revisions, but now I can scroll up and down, and I've got gestures built in, so if I want to go to the top, there we go, up, down, up, down, up, or down, down, and it will go up and down. Also, if I press the button, it changes mode, and now I have a word step through. And after a while it will time out and lock itself again. There they are, broadly the same. I'm pretty pleased with that. These ones obviously have a much nicer figure. I'll probably use one of these for some top pieces, maybe this for some base. Yeah, I'm going to start designing now. Okay, whilst version 2 prints, I'm going to use version 1 just to try and explain what's going on here.
This is one of those jobs that would be much easier if I had access to a lathe, but I don't. So making round things is all about jigs. In this case, the round thing I'm making is supposed to be a round lump of this wood. I've already drilled this round hole in the bottom, and then I've 3D printed shims so that this bearing will fit in that hole, and that allows the bit of wood to rotate around the centre of the circle. This part is a jig to position that bearing on my bandsaw. It has positioning lugs here, which some star bolts will go through to position it in the T-track on the bandsaw. This is just a flat positioning piece, but it has this lug here which fits into the middle of the bearing nice and snugly. Because of the layer line orientation, this is going to be very weak and it's going to be taking a bit of thrust. So I printed it with a hole in the middle, and we put a self-tapping screw through just to support those layer lines in that direction when there's that pressure on there. Okay, time to find out if this crazy sort of centre pin jig is going to work. Alright, well, as far as cutting circles goes, I think we did pretty well. Okay, and now with the aid of a clamp, I'm going to reuse the same jig here for sanding.